slower and will also help you go through lots and lots of fights without wearing yourself out, let alone improving your technique. But also another big part of this was that flow, keeping that flow. I talked a lot about how there's always a flow, okay? Squire, you come out. We're in the middle of a fight. Something happens where we just kind of disengage. We're back out here. We stop. Right now, I'm flowing. Okay? I feel my balance. I'm ready to move at any moment. Okay? I don't want to just kind of slump, go back on my heels. That's stopped. Up, balls to my feet, kind of ready to move. Right here, this movement right there, it's there even when you can't see it. It's kind of inside. It's an energy. Okay? The hand is there. It's ready. Sometimes I'll shake it like this just to kind of remind myself that it's alive. But even when it's not moving, it's there. It's alive. So all of a sudden, you know, he's 6 feet tall. He's fast on his feet. He's got some big, meaty, 2x4 for a sword. Okay? And I'm standing here, and all of a sudden he rushes me. Okay? And I just move with him, okay? Because I'm ready. I don't have to gather everything up or react. I'm flowing with it instantly. And if there's any delay, the delay is intentional, waiting for him to get in that nice position. Okay? And it was more like right here, and he was doing it, okay? And I pulled that back because I didn't want to hurt him. But it's kind of like, it's just there, and you flow into it. I don't jerk it down in position. It's just, you're ready, okay? And it just flows into place. And that's an added thing I'm going to add about this whole concept of flow. Flow means that you're always ready. You're always in balance, okay? And so everything is just ready to move. There's an energy in you. You want to be on the balls of your feet. Okay? If you're not feeling it, just Muhammad Ali, right? Float like a butterfly. Okay? And it's just a matter of just getting a little bounce in your step. Okay? Smile. Okay? Relax your grip, but make it feel like it's alive. You're ready. Okay? So when things happen, even from a standstill, you're flowing into it rather than tensing up and pushing things into place. Questions about flow? Okay. Relaxed, fluid. Okay. And again, it's not relaxed and fluid like you're flipping around a noodle. It's relaxed and fluid, strong. Okay. A river. Very fluid. Very powerful. I'm talking about control. I'm talking about speed, power. Relax and fluid is more important. Okay.
So if you work on flow and you're by yourself, should you work on power, or would it be better just to work in open space?
You can do flow work by yourself, or shadow boxing. Get out there, imagine an area opponent, or just think about the movements, almost like doing kata. Okay? Move around, practicing footwork, practicing flow, thinking about your step, practicing little hip control movements. You can see I'm constantly moving around, changing the direction that I'm moving. And it's all based upon the idea that my opponent is constantly making me move around. So I want to be able to flow. I want to be able to move in one direction and instantly turn the other direction. Okay? Like you can do with the towel as well. So there's a towel, there it is. You're up there, and the idea again is not allowing the blade to stop, just moving around. You see, I'm not standing in place, I'm moving around, just helping with my flow. The flow is not just the sword movement, it's your whole body moving in unison together. see what I look like. It helps me see openings, position, flow. Sometimes I remind myself that, as I'm returning, I might be doing this. So it says, returning it too soon. I need to come back here before I can start coming forward. When I'm moving my shield out of the way, as I'm throwing a blow, it's out here. It needs to be in here. So I'll practice there. The shield just right there, no gap. As I return, the shield comes back in position, and then it moves just as it needs to for my blade to come through. And I can see that, as you said, with the mirror, picture window, anything we can do with reflection. If you don't have anything like that, you can get the same results by analyzing fighting videos of yourself, watching yourself fight. When you're watching it, a lot of times you're looking at what your opponent's doing, you're looking at things, breaking down your technique, but also break down just basic things like, were you balanced? How was your flow? Where were your eyes looking? What were you focused on? And kind of watching yourself over and over again like that helps break down the basic elements of where you're at in those moments. So you can correct them. Look for ways to improve. And a big part of what I'm doing today is not just the basic principles, which I think are really important for all technique and everything, all the fighting that we do, but also working a lot on how I practice those. It's one thing to understand them, which I think everybody probably does. I mention them, they go, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. But how do you practice it? How do you improve it? How do you remind yourself that it's missing in the middle of the fight? What can I do to correct that?